Alrighty, imagine you're watching a sweet and fun slice of life anime, but then you have the sudden wish to see that fun anime turn into the most brutal, R-rated anime that you could possibly find. Has this ever happened to you too, or am I the only idiot here?
We are same.
Oh, thank God, I'm not the only one. Okay, if you truly have, then today I have just the list for you. Because today I'm going to tell you about the top 10 anime that turned really dark, really fast. So without further nonsense, let's just dive on into it. To start off the list, we've got School Days. This show starts off as a conventional romance anime featuring a high school student who becomes infatuated with, well, another high school student obviously, and the first couple of episodes depicted the typical high school love triangle with some lighthearted and romantic crap. However, the series' infamous tonal shift, particularly in the final episodes, was quite interesting, to say the least. Episode 11, Everybody's Makoto, was definitely the oddball and went down in infamy, because that's where the lighthearted romantic drama descends into pure psychological horror. And the climax, even more infamous than episode 11, is the finale, episode 12, School Days, which involves murder and intense emotional breakdowns. And holy crap, it was freaking dark, giving absolutely no hint of the incoming horror. The show literally baited all the rom-com lovers with the first few episodes, but then it slapped the hell out of them with the final few episodes. And now with such a unique turn of events, you would expect this anime to be higher up on the list. But all the rom-com crap was just too cringy for my taste, and also, some of the characters were just really irritating. So I think this is pretty deserving of the last spot of today's list. Then at number 9, we have Happy Sugar Life. Just as its name, Happy Sugar Life begins with a sweet and seemingly innocent premise, but something about it is, how should I put this one? It's kind of unsettling. I mean, even with the typical slice of life setting, I was getting these kind of weird vibes. I knew some crap was going on behind the scenes, and the story mainly focuses on a high school girl who appears to live a perfect life with her so-called younger sister. However, just as I hoped for, the tone took a dark turn when it became clear that the main character's happy sugar life was built on a foundation of lies, kidnapping, and even murder. And you don't have to wait for 10 episodes to enjoy the big twist, you get slapped with it in the very first episode. And after that, it all goes downhill from there. As if the first episode wasn't even enough, this 180-degree U-turn is almost like Madoka Magica, but with less magical stuff involved here. When I was watching it for the first time, the cute art style was enough for me to have an expectation that was definitely not something that this anime was going to offer. The first episode was enough to throw me off the rails, and the main character is basically what you would call a yandere, who is just a little bit extreme and a little bit psychotic, and maybe just a little bit, alright, she's crazy, okay? So if you want to see a psychologically twisted girl do some pretty dark stuff, this anime is your paradise. After that, at number 8, we have Rumbling Hearts. Now this show starts off as just another typical romance drama with two high school students navigating their feelings for each other. Aww. And the series takes a drastic turn in episode 2, or properly in episode 3, where a tragic car accident leaves one of the lovers in a coma. Now this event shifts the tone from a lighthearted romance to a deep, emotional drama, exploring themes of guilt, loyalty, and the complexities of love. And when I say that this stud was dark, I mean it's dark. And the next episode had no intention of brightening up the mood. They dive further into the emotional turmoil experienced by the side characters as they cope with the aftermath of the accident. And if you have the courage to binge this anime in one single day, the severe contrast between the early episodes' romantic undertones and the heavy dramatic themes that follow highlights the series' exploration of human emotions and the impact of life-altering events. All these will be enough to turn you into Thorfinn himself. So watch this show if you want to watch a dark and hard-hitting drama that's gonna roll out salt water from your eyes. Next up at number 7, we've got Talentless Nana, a show that initially presents itself as another Magical Academy anime where the main character goes to an academy where students possessing special abilities train to protect humanity. However, the first episode's shocking twist reveals that Nana, the seemingly talentless main character, is actually an assassin sent to eliminate these students, who, by the way, are deemed threats to humanity. Now this twist immediately shifts the tone from a standard shonen setup to a psychological thriller. The series explores themes of trust, deception, and the moral ambiguity of Nana's mission. And the fact that made my jaw drop was how fast the show shifted the tone from a typical shonen setup to a psychological thriller. The blend of light and dark elements and the contrast between the vibrant school setting and the dark undertones of Nana's true purpose is something you don't usually see in an anime. So if you are to enjoy some unique anime that will play with your brain, this show is the one for you. Then at number 6 we have School Live. Now, when you see this show for the very first time, the cheerful art style is enough to make you feel relaxed. And then the end of the first episode happens. It comes and slaps the crap right on out of you. School Live initially portrays the daily lives of 4 girls in a high school club. However, the tone shifts dramatically when the story unfolds and it's revealed that the school, it's overrun by zombies, and that the main character, well, to be blunt, she's delusional, imagining a normal school life to cope with the trauma. This revelation transforms the series from a lighthearted slice of life into a psychological horror anime. The complete upside-down realities between the main character's cheerful delusions and the harsh reality create a haunting atmosphere, exploring themes of survival and mental resilience. The show's ability to blend cute characters' designs with dark, suspenseful storytelling is really good. But all that said, there are some issues with it as well. But this isn't the video for that, so if you want to have a twisted and fun watch, go and watch this show. You're gonna enjoy it at the very least. And after that, at number 5, we have Girls' Last Tour. Alright, let's get straight to the point here. The show follows the journey of 2 girls in a post-apocalyptic world. At first glance, the anime seems like a harmless slice of life as the girls explore their dystopian surroundings with some curiosity and philosophical thoughts. But as you would expect, that changes. I mean, why else would it be on this list? The tone shifts dramatically in episodes like 6 and 9 where the girls face life-threatening situations that highlight the instability of their existence. This show underscores the fragility of human life and the constant danger lurking in the world. Now, the contrast between their innocent exploration and the harsh realities they face is quite bizarre and creates a hauntingly beautiful atmosphere. Themes of existentialism, survival, and the search for meaning in a seemingly meaningless world are what both the characters and you will face during the show. So with that in mind, go and watch this show. But trust me, you'll love it, believe me. Then at number 4, we have Katana Gatari, a show that begins as a vibrant and stylized action-adventure series following the 2 leads on their quest to collect the 12 deviant blades. The series maintains a consistent tone of adventure and excitement, but then of course it dives into darker themes in episodes like Beat to Sword, the Sword of Exile, and here the consequences of their quest become quite apparent, revealing the depth of one of the main character's past and the sacrifices they made along the way. The exploration of themes of power, betrayal, and the true cost of their mission adds layers of complexity to the story and easily sails it over the other shows that were before it in this list. Because unlike some other shows on this list, this show manages to make the viewers connect to the characters and the story. You understand what's at stake, and you feel for the characters. So if you are ready to watch some good anime, this is the one. Next up on the 3rd spot, we've got Clannad. Well, this is probably the most popular one on the list, and that's for its emotional depth and dramatic tonal shifts. The series begins as a lighthearted slice-of-life story focusing on Tomoya and his interactions with various characters in his high school. The early episodes are filled with comedic moments and heartwarming scenes, creating a feel-good atmosphere. However, the tone takes a significantly darker turn in Clannad after story, especially in episodes dealing with loss, grief, and adult struggles. And episodes 16 and 18 do a wonderful job of shattering the familial joy with tragedy. The ridiculous contrast between the comedic, heartwarming moments and intense emotional scenes is so sad, it's funny. And the sudden emotional depth and exploration of grief and recovery are powerful, making it a tearjerker much like Anohana, where the focus on heartfelt, real-life struggles leaves a lasting impact. So keep a box of tissues nearby, this one is gonna get you. Then at the runners-up of today's list, we have The Gray Man, a show that blends shonen action with dark and gothic themes following Alan Walker. Yeah, that's his actual name, and his fellow exorcists in their battle against the Millennium Earl and his Akuma. The series maintains a consistently dark tone, but of course it wasn't enough. So it amplifies its horror elements in episode 5, where it dives into the tragic backstories of characters and reveals the true nature of their enemies, enhancing the series' emotional and psychological depth. The show's ability to balance action, horror, and emotional narratives is the biggest green flag for me. In addition, this show also portrayed themes of sacrifice, redemption, and the battle between good and evil with a rich, dark narrative. Each episode adds the complexity of story, making The Gray Man a compelling series that will definitely captivate you. So give this one a try. But of course, at the top spot, we've got the Winter Anime of the Year award, Made in Abyss. Known for its drastic tonal shifts, the story of this show begins with a whimsical and adventurous spirit as Rico and Reg explore the mysterious abyss. Now, what is the abyss? Not gonna tell. Go and watch the show. Now, the early episodes are filled with a sense of wonder and discovery, capturing the beauty and mystery of their world. But if you have not skipped the whole video to get to the point, you know that's not how things go here. As the main characters dive deeper into the abyss, the show starts taking a darker turn. And when I say dark, I mean it's darker than the future of Gojo. Oops, I forgot to give a spoiler alert to the anime only, didn't I? Well, forget it. And the darkest stuff happens in episode 10 and 13, where the dangers and horrors of the abyss are laid bare. And when you compare this to the first few episodes of the show, you'll laugh at how contrasting they are. The word contrast is not contrast enough to describe how contrasting it is. And that's a lot of contrast. So if you still haven't watched this show, what the hell are you even doing on this channel? Go watch it. And don't forget to come back and comment about how psychologically tormented you are by it. Well, that's the list for today, guys. So if you were able to make it this far, please be sure to comment on which anime you thought turned dark. And also press on that bell icon and click that subscribe button and set us all to be notified about all our latest new videos. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.